If you're looking to start next year off in the right direction with the right plan and the right business to focus on, then this is the perfect video for you. Because you likely feel like you've heard of every possible online business that you could start. Amazon FBA, dropshipping, affiliate marketing, SMMA, start an agency, trading, content creation, becoming an influencer. There's a lot of opportunity out there, but knowing what to focus on or which one is actually going to work for you is a stumbling block. So in this video, I want to share with you 35 different business ideas that I've personally seen generate tens of thousands of dollars a month and seen scale many of them to 6 and 7 figures. These aren't just nice ideas, but impossible in practice. These are 100% real, genuine businesses and people that we've helped that you can get inspiration from their business and maybe even find exactly what you need to start your own. But first, if you're new here, my name's John, husband, father, and founder of AdClients.com. And over the past 10 years, I've built multiple online service-based businesses that have generated over $30 million online without having to hustle 24/7, sacrifice my personal life, or stop doing the things that I love. And now here on the channel, I help other people do the same. So let's get into these 35 different business ideas. And as we go through this, one theme will emerge for you is that all of these are online education businesses that have very low startup costs, can be almost entirely automated with sales funnels and client acquisition models, and can be very, very profitable for that reason, so that you can spend the time that you have gained to actually enjoy your life and enjoy the freedom that this business has given you. So let's start with one that's quite popular at the moment, and it's fitness. These first three are different examples of how you can make this work. I mean, you've probably seen this time and time again, different fitness coaches popping up online, and the theme is you've got someone who has trained in this. Maybe they're a personal trainer in their local gym, but they're getting up at 6 in the morning to work with their first few clients. They have a break in the middle of the day, but all their friends are at work, so they don't get to hang out with them. And then they go back and they do their evening sessions with their clients that want to work out with them once they have finished their job. So they're not making enough money, but they're ruining their lives and they have no freedom. And then they see the opportunity and the online world provides. And so they decide to set up some kind of online training. Just like Frank Dunblunken set up his bodybuilding online training courses. Frank came to us years ago and had that dream that I just described. He wanted to leave his local gym where he was a personal trainer and wanted to be able to share his knowledge in a capacity that gives him more freedom in his life, but also earns the money that he wants. You know, he wanted to earn 5 figures a month, and we helped him to achieve that, selling these online courses teaching bodybuilding. And he's from the Netherlands, and so he was able to take over that entire market where there wasn't many other people doing it at the time. So when you're doing this, if you go into the fitness space, you want to try to carve a path or take over a certain sub-niche that no one else has done yet. So when you're thinking about this, think about the specific training style that you provide your clients, or the specific nutritional stuff that you have learned and figured out. How could you package it up in a way that sounds new and exciting? And also keep in mind, if you're watching this right now, you don't need to be a certified, insert the topic, to be able to sell a program online. If you're not a certified personal trainer, you can still make money online selling your course. Because the reality is, people want the results, they don't want to see your paperwork. If you have the body and the demonstration that you understand and implement this stuff, then they will want to learn from you. So you take your knowledge and you carve yourself a path. Just like our second example here, which is women's fitness. One of our clients, Fez, did this exact thing. The idea is that the more specific we get with the topic that we're sharing or the result that we're helping clients to gain, the more we will be magnetically attractive to the people that need that solution. So rather than just being a general fitness trainer that covers all bases, Fez decided he was going to speak to specifically women over 40. And it's a really unique proposition, because he's able to speak to the women, not the men, so he can say things that he knows are going to connect to them specifically. But then there's an age. And because they're over 40, he can speak to the fact that perhaps they've already had a child or two. You know, they're trying to train in a certain style because their body feels different now to when it did when they were in their 20s. And he acknowledges that to connect with them, and then they end up turning around and throwing him a whole bunch of money because they want to learn from him specifically. And the same thing happened with Rob B, who's another one of our clients. He decided he was going to help men over 50. And it's the same premise, that he's able to go out with a story that draws attention to the fact that as a man in your 50s, you have to train differently to when you're in your 20s. And when he says that to these guys, they're acknowledging that and they're recognizing that. Their bones feel different, their muscles feel different. They just can't train like they were in their 20s. So they want someone who understands that and gets that and can help them with that specific problem. And of course, I mentioned at the beginning of the video today that the theme with all of this is that they're online education businesses. In most cases, high ticket. We're charging premium prices to connect with a premium level client, but we're using automated systems. And so what Rob's done is to book a whole bunch of appointments on his calendar of prospects that he can speak to that might be interested in his coaching. He's got an automated webinar that does that. So he runs some traffic to an automated webinar. He does not need to be present, but it's filling his calendar with booked calls. And he sent us a story which was really exciting, that he's booking calls on his calendar while he's on holiday. And this is the type of business that you can have, that while you're away, your calendar is filling so that when you return from holiday, you don't have a lag period, you don't have a dip in your income, because you can jump straight back into the opportunity that your automated systems have created. Another option and a great idea is wills and trusts. Got a client called Sam Francis who was able to make over $100,000. In fact, he won our wonderful Shiny Award to celebrate him hitting 100K, selling wills and trusts online. But he was able to put it inside of a training program. So rather than just giving them one-off will or trust, he's able to give them templates and frameworks to be able to create multiple, to give them training and coaching on top. And he was able to charge $500 or more for his program. Just absolutely epic. But that leads us into option number 5, which is wealth management. I want you to think, maybe you're in a job right now and you've been learning and doing something in someone else's business, and you have gotten to that point where you think, perhaps I could do this for myself. And so we've had countless clients that have wealth management or finance management training programs or coaching experiences where they've now gone off on their own and they're able to charge for their knowledge that they accumulated over a career's worth of knowledge. And here's another example, bouncing back to the fitness for a second, nutritional coaching. Maybe we isolate one part of that fitness journey and the ability to get in shape, and we just focus on the nutrition. Because if we do that, our marketing message, the traffic generation efforts that we're putting out there, the automated sales funnel systems that we're putting in place, that can all talk to the fact that if you want to get in shape, if you want to feel great, if you want to slim down, it's actually all about the nutrition. And you can talk about perhaps how irrelevant the workouts are unless you get your food right, and then you can double down on that message and attract clients to come to you, and the only thing you're helping them with is understanding nutrition, and you help them get great results in that area. Then we've got trading. This is a really awesome one, because this is a great example of where perhaps in your spare time you've been honing a skill, or you have a hobby that has been a profitable one or has given you some kind of result that then you go, well, this has done this for me, maybe I can help someone else with it. Like Simon Townsend, who had figured out a great way to trade in his spare time and make some great money, that then he packaged all of that up into a coaching program. He turned on one single YouTube ad campaign to drive people to that program. He made $500,000 selling that program on trading with one video ad campaign on YouTube. And the same is true for Jagir, who's done $27,000 in 1 month, same thing. Learning how to trade for himself and then deciding, maybe someone else wants to learn what I'm doing, packaging it up into a program or a coaching and selling it online. And this is a really popular one, is a marketing consult or a marketing coach, right? Like, rather than necessarily having an agency where you're doing it for people, that's an option. But rather than doing it for people and having the weight of that, why don't we just teach what we're doing? If you've learnt a bunch of stuff about how to drive traffic or build a certain type of sales funnel, or maybe there's a sales process that you've devised, or maybe you're really good on social media of building an audience, or whatever the case may be, maybe it's Google SEO. You've learnt a topic of marketing. Well, now we have an option of either doing it for people, but perhaps a better way is to teach them how to do it for themselves. It's a more scalable model. You can actually earn more that way. And we've got so many clients that have done this. In fact, we helped one particular client a while ago with their webinar specifically, Matt Wilson. He generated over $500,000 in 1 month with this particular automated webinar. So this can really scale. You can start to hit the big numbers if you really double down on this stuff. Now, I'm really excited to share these 4 with you because they all fit into this one category of online music teaching and coaching. We've had clients of ours that have taken their knowledge and things that they help people with out one-to-one, like a piano lesson or a guitar lesson or a DJ lesson, something that you would have charged $30, $40, $50 an hour for, which is not scalable. You're gonna hit a ceiling, and instead taking that knowledge and selling it online. It's amazing what you can do when you go after a slightly higher quality client who's not just going to pay you tens of dollars, but that's going to pay you thousands of dollars. And the way that we do this, by the way, and it's important you understand this, is that we're always going for the top 10% of any market. There's going to be the 90% that are going to be fearful, they're not able to invest, they don't have enough money to work with you at a premium level. There's all sorts of stuff going on down here. But you will find that there is a 10%, a top 10% of every market. And these are the people that are more desperate for the solution than other people. They have the financial assets to be able to invest in your coaching. They're serious enough to make that decision. Well, those are the people that we're going for. And if we find that quality, they're going to pay us what we're worth, but they're also going to do the work, and you're going to get great results and feel good about the business that you've got. So for example, we've got Lynn, who teaches people how to play the violin and up-level their skills, but it's all done online, virtually, okay? Same thing goes for our piano coach, Robert. He made $460,000 in the last 2 years teaching people how to play piano online. Phil Harris teaches people how to DJ. Again, you might think with these ideas, you've got to be looking over a DJ deck and have someone standing next to you in order to coach them on how to DJ and produce music. Not the case, because Phil has proved that you can make $100,000 a month teaching people how to DJ online. And then Danny teaches people how to write songs, and again, does it in an online coaching environment. He made $13,000 in a month doing this. Maybe you're a public speaker. Maybe you are comfortable up the front on a stage. Maybe when you do online presentations like I'm doing for you right now, you have honed in that skill set and you wonder if someone else might want to learn that as well. Well, that's our next example. There's an incredible guy who has spoken on our stage. We run an annual event in London called AdCon, and David J.P. Phillips came to that event and taught us some incredible presentation and communication styles and tips and tricks. But he also has an online coaching program. And we've been working with his team. There's a guy called Lucas, and we've been helping them with their online marketing, their sales funnels, their email marketing. How can they make sure that they get their incredible information on communication and presentation out to the right people, charge the right amount, and scale the business? And since working with them, they've had some of their best months, making hundreds of thousands in their business, selling these programs on this topic. All of the people that I've talked about so far, not only are clients of ours, but they followed the same process. We've got a very simple, very repeatable process to land the right type of clients and maximize opportunity and then close those people into high-paying clients. And we use a framework, and it's a webinar presentation framework. It's incredibly powerful, and it's my free gift to you. There's a link in the description box. If you tell us where to send that and you just consume that and do exactly what I say at every step of the way, you'll have a killer presentation. Speaks to the right people, the clients that you want, to sell the program that you've got, to attract the right people to want to speak to you and get them pre-qualified before they even get on your calendar for you to invite them in as clients. It's very powerful, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So click the link below and tell us where to send it. So let's get into our second set of examples, because this has been an exciting one for us. Career advice. Maybe you want to help people to get that promotion at their job and teach them things that they can do or say to increase their chances of that happening. It helps people with a potential positive ROI activity. Therefore, the right people would see sense in giving you some money to acquire those skills. Or maybe you're helping someone transition into a completely different job and find the job for them, the dream job that they're looking for. Or maybe it's something more niche, like Brendan O'Brien, who made $300,000 in the last 6 months, helping people to pass the police exam. I mean, how cool is that? You've got people that want to get into the police. The exams and the tests are challenging, and so there's a chance for someone to find a person who's been through that journey already, knows the answers, knows the best course of action to pass the police exams and get in, and he's done exactly that. And he's made £300,000 in the last 6 months helping these young up-and-comers in the police to get through the exams and secure their place. This next one has been quite popular for us in that we have quite a few clients that are doing this. It's anything in the property space, right? Maybe you have invested in property and had some success with some buy-to-lets, or maybe you've done a rent-to-rent strategy, or maybe you've been involved in a property development, or whatever the case may be, and you want to help other people to do the same thing. We've got loads of clients doing this. Liam Ryan is one example who's done some incredible stuff. He's got a great business called Assets for Life now, and he's done $1.2 million in a single month. And it's, again, implementing the same system, right? Online traffic into an automated webinar to position people that want help with this and inviting them into the program. We've also got a very unique client that helps people with autoimmune difficulties. And I've had this, I was going to say challenge, it's not a challenge. I've had people say to me, John, can you really make money doing this type of stuff, helping someone with something that isn't a financial return? With property, someone's investing in that solution because there's a hope that they're going to make more money out of the activity they're learning than the money they invested. Someone might find a marketing coach or consultant and invest in that because there's a hope they're going to make more money with the activity then they're investing. But getting help with an autoimmune disorder, there's no financial return. So is someone really willing to spend thousands of dollars doing this? And the answer is yes. If we're going after the top 10%, you are able to do that. Dr. Carey has been making tens of thousands of dollars every single month, finding clients that struggle with this very specific, very niche disorder, and she's able to help and coach them through that, show them the right stuff they should be doing, the right stuff they should be eating. And she's been getting some incredible results for her customers and clients, and they've been delighted to pay her thousands of dollars to get her help. And what's great about this is it even works for B2B stuff, right? We've heard a lot about B2C over here, right? B2C means business to customer, right? So you're helping the individual. But what about B2B, business to business? You're helping another business with something. Well, we've got business coaches doing this, where you're using the same system, the same model, but you're helping someone inside of their business to build better systems or to hire the right staff or whatever it is, whatever the activity of your coaching is. Maybe it's finance for you and you're just good with the numbers and you can come into a business and help make them more profitable. This is exactly what Steve Day did, and he sold 10 people into his $9,000 coaching, made $90,000 selling his business coaching. We've had people in addiction services. Michaela Weaver is a great example. She came in, absolutely crushed it. She was brand new to this. She had no idea how to build a marketing system or a client acquisition system or how she could possibly charge a high ticket price. But she learned a process, she stuck with it, she committed to it. She started having $30,000 and then $40,000 months. We've got Andy who's doing the same thing. He helps men who are struggling with their alcohol to become sober and then obviously completely change their lifestyle, and he's had some great results doing that. In fact, he just crossed $1 million in revenue doing this particular business model. We've got software consulting. I've got a client called Peter who helps developers, web developers, to increase their skills, and the reason they would want to invest in Peter's coaching is because if they can become a better developer, if they can sharpen those skills, they're going to be able to land potentially as a contractor better, bigger, more profitable gigs for themselves. And so it's a good investment to do that. What about relationship coaching? I've got a client called Kelly who does this. She helps people that are currently having difficulties in their marriage or in their relationships, and she helps them to figure out and navigate those conversations. I guess a bit like a one-to-one therapist. Of course, she's got her unique process that she helps people with, and she does it online. So she can save lots of time, she can have a greater impact, and she can make more money. So maybe for you, have a think. Are you the person that your friends and family go to when they have questions about their marriage or their relationship? Have you just got that reputation? Maybe you have been a relationship coach or trainer in some capacity, and maybe it's time to go out on your own and try it for yourself. It's a very profitable idea to do that. We've also got network marketing coach, Summer Geronimo, been an incredible client for us. She's been in the network marketing industry and she has seen the struggles of many people in there. struggling to grow their teams, struggling to put themselves out there, struggling to sign up people into the business, and struggling to make the money that they want with that particular business model. Well, she's been a top producer in her network marketing company, so she had that business, she was making lots of money, and she thought, I could probably create a program that teaches other struggling network marketers the things that I've done to grow my network marketing business. It's exactly what she did, and she made $500,000 with us in the first year. Think about this, what about interior design coaching or renovation coaching? Do you just have a keen eye for that? Again, are you the person that people ask your opinion on the aesthetics inside a house because you just have a good creative eye for it? Maybe there's an opportunity for you to actually help people properly with that and get paid to do so. Like our client Lisa Holt, she does exactly that. She charges a premium price for her help and coaching on design of your interior and the renovation that you're doing. So rather than hiring someone to go through the process with you that's going to cost you tens of thousands, she charges you just a few thousand to learn the things you need to do to be able to do it yourself. Incredible business model right there. Here's a really interesting one. I've got some clients called Phil and Tash. They teach horse riding, okay, but get this, they do it online. Another example, just like the DJ, like how could that possibly happen? Surely, just like standing over the DJ decks, we need to be standing in a field with a horse. But not in their case. What they did is they pre-recorded all of these videos of them standing in the field with the horse, them doing the stuff and doing it on camera and showing you what you need to do. And now they've got an asset, a pack of videos that they can put online one time and sell it again and again and again. And they made over $100,000 in a single month doing just that. Lisa Hugo, vocal coaching. I love this example because when you think of vocal coaching, I don't know about you, I always go to, as my default, a one-on-one session. I need to go and have a singing lesson. I need to go and have a speech lesson. So I'm going to go and find someone. I'm going to meet them one-to-one. I'm going to pay them £50 an hour, and then I'm going to have my session. Well, she's completely broken that mold because she charges thousands of dollars to work with her, but the right people, the top 10%, come to her because she is positioned as the best. She has a great system that she teaches, and she can talk about the difficulties with going for a one-to-one session. She talks about the benefits of working with someone ongoing in a process, not just a random one-off session, but an actual process to take someone from A to B, from where they are to the result that they want. And people buy into that, get excited, and then join. Maybe you have a very specific subsection of the healthcare industry. Maybe there's an area of expertise that is unique to you and incredibly powerful, and you want to put it out there into the marketplace. Like Christina and her dad that partnered up to create that exact business and help other people with it. What about a social branding expert? Cam Jarrett, again, one of our older clients with us in the very beginning, he helps people to do this. How do you position yourself online correctly? How do you build authority with a market that you're trying to get in front of? And how do you build that following that actually want to buy from you? That's what Cam has become a master in. So he's packaged up that expertise and put it out there into the marketplace. Here's a question for you. Have you seen Tony Robbins and the type of stuff and work that he does? Maybe you aspire to something like that. You want to help people with the personal development side of things, but you just lack the confidence because there's already people like Tony out there doing it. It might interest you to know that there is a massive opportunity to sit underneath big authorities like that, not because your information is below them, but because they have cornered the market in the big way, in the macro, but in the micro, which is still worth 6 figures, 7 figures, in some cases 8 figures, you can consume a small subsection of that. Like Tim. He helps clients with personal development, but with his story and the way he tells it and the people that he attracts, he has people choosing him over Tony Robbins because he feels more approachable. They resonate with him, and he's made some great money doing this, $20,000 months and beyond. Next on the list is web and graphic design. Maybe again you have a keen eye for that. Maybe you enjoy that. You know, if you really sit down and think, what do I want to do with my life from this point forward? I like creating, I like designing. You want to be able to do that in a way that pays you handsomely. You can. If you find the right client online and you have the right client acquisition system, you can find people that want to pay you not just $50 or $100 to design a small graphic that you can't possibly build a reliable income around. You can find people that want to pay you $5,000, $10,000 to design them a website, even $20,000 to design them perhaps a sales funnel. You don't need to be a part of the result. That sales funnel doesn't necessarily need to convert because you've been paid to design something beautiful. That's your part in the process. There are people out there that will pay you handsomely for that. What about language services? This is an interesting one. A client of ours, Tatiana, she has a service where she can translate from one language to another. And this is for big corporate companies that have massive databases that are in one techie language, and she can move it into a completely separate techie language. It's a big B2B offer. And she's able to put that out online, charge tens of thousands of dollars for that service. And it's a very, very profitable business for her. We've also got another client called Ben, who teaches people matched betting. Similar to the trading over here, he's figured out a way to make a bit of money on the side. And so he targets a very unique avatar. He helps people that are working a job or doing something else full time, and they want to make a little bit of extra money on the side. They're not going to make perhaps a job replacing income, although some of them do. But the promise is that they're going to be able to make a little bit of extra money on the side doing this matched betting system. And he's been able to scale his business to over $100,000 just launching this product out to the marketplace. It's been incredible to watch. Now, if these ideas weren't enough already, I've got a few more for you to hopefully give you that idea that's going to be perfect for you. We've got a client called Philip Johansson. He teaches people affiliate marketing. So he found a way to not have his own products, not have to have his own business, but instead promote other people's products as an affiliate and get a commission. And then he realized, having made some money doing that, there's probably a bunch of other people online that might want to learn that same skill. How do you make money online without ever having to show your face, without having to launch your own products? And so that's exactly what he teaches. And this guy's gone from strength to strength with his business. He's now making millions of dollars online teaching people affiliate marketing. Chris and Kunnel, some great clients for us teaching people Amazon FBA. Exact same process to Philip. They learnt this for themselves. They started making some great money. They were having some great success. And then that thought popped into their mind. I'm great making some good money with this model, but maybe someone else would like to learn it. And it gets to a point where your education business and the income from it starts to trump the income from the original thing that you were doing. So they still make great money with Amazon FBA. They're still doing it. They still practice what they're preaching. But the education business is starting to win in terms of revenue for them. Maybe you've started to get into investing yourself. Maybe you have made a bit of money over your career and you started to invest in different projects and startups and stocks or whatever the case may be. You've found your unique investment strategy. Someone online wants to learn it. There are a lot of charlatans in that space. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that is unethical. What if you were to come in as the hero of the industry? What if you came in and took on a cohort of clients to teach them the real way to invest, that has the greatest chance of success? There are people that want to learn from you. And if you just hold your information back, you are holding it back from people that actually need it. YouTube growth is another big one. It kind of goes hand in hand with marketing, but on something very specific. We have loads of clients like Sarah who does this, but she specifically helps people with monetizing their YouTube channels. There are other people that we know that teach them how to grow on YouTube. Whatever the strategy is, maybe for you it's platform specific. There is some kind of social media platform that you've just figured it out. You've figured out the algorithm and you've figured out the process. Someone online wants to learn it. And finally, meta ads consultant perhaps. Maybe you again have learned a specific skill of running an online ad campaign. Maybe that's even where your skill ends. What happens to that traffic, you have nothing to do with, but you have mastered the process of driving floods of traffic from paid ads on the Meta platform or another platform. Then someone wants to learn that. They can pick it up after that. They've got an incredible business. They just need to get more traffic. And that's where you come in. People will pay you thousands of dollars to learn that skill, just like Joe Hyde's, who we work with, that does exactly that, and he has an incredible 7-figure business all based around Meta ads. Now, as we've talked about, all of these businesses have the potential to be a 6 or even a 7-figure business with the right system in place. But what about the 8-figure number? Maybe you're watching this right now and you just get excited about the really big numbers. You would need to have a solid plan in place to do that, and I've got that plan for you. There's a video right here, check that one out. I lay out the exact blueprint and framework to scale a business to 8 figures and everything you need to do to achieve it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I'll see you again for another one. And in the meantime, check out this video next.